And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is Red October. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. All right, so first I have to apologize for the delay. I know this one came out a day late. I try to have the podcasts be pretty green when I record them. I want them to be really pertinent, so I try to record them the day of or the day before, and unfortunately, this week I just wasn't able to get it out on Thursday, so it's coming out on Friday. I hope that's okay with you guys. Part of the reason is that we've got our new wallet. So this has been a design that has been a little bit in the works for a little while. It's pretty straightforward, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's got a nice minimalist design. This is the one I've been carrying with me in my pocket for a while. So it's got two pockets that can hold money, cards, business cards, all sorts of cool things, and it can be personalized. So go check that out on the website if you haven't got a chance. It is brand new. All right, so today we're talking about Red October, and specifically I'm creating a little homage to The Hunt for the Red October, which is a fantastic movie. For those of you who haven't seen it, The Hunt for the Red October follows Sean Connery playing a Russian submarine captain who is trying to defect to the United States in the Cold War in a high-tech stealth submarine. Now, the Americans don't know what he's doing, so they think he's trying to attack. The Russians know he's defecting and is trying to escape with a cool piece of tech, and so it's the story of how this brilliant ship captain navigates the very treacherous waters of two very powerful armies, both trying to kill him. So I would definitely go check that out and recommend that as a movie. But the reason why it's important today is because I think a lot of times October is like that for other companies. Now, for those of you who are getting the pun, in accounting, when you have bad numbers, they're written in red. And when you have good numbers, they're written in black. That's the accounting ledger. And that's where the concept of the red ledger or the, being in the red, quote unquote, it comes from. It's when you have a month that's negative, that doesn't make you money. So for a lot of people, October is Red October. And there is a very simple reason why, but it's a difficult place to be. And it requires really, really confident decision-making in a time when there's not a lot of answers to be found. So to give you guys some more background, in the business school we learned about, in my business school, I guess, when I went to Concordia, we learned about the fact that October and the end of the third quarter, so September, for a lot of companies is a very, very low profit generating time because a lot of companies have to buy inventory for the Christmas season that's going to come later. So they spend a lot of money on inventory they're not going to sell for a while, and that lowers their books, that ruins their books. But when you look at it, obviously it's a good thing overall. You need to be spending money to make money, and you need to be spending on money, especially for inventory during the Christmas season when things are going to be big. And that's where lead time and being able to have a good financial structure to your company really comes in handy so that you can have those bad months and survive. And that would be the case if this wasn't our 20th month. I was doing the math the other day. We are in 20 months into the company now, and it is we're on. We're still self-capitalized for the most part, and it's really tight. So October is a little red for us, but I'm overall excited about the upcoming Christmas season. I think it's going to be really good for us. And you may ask yourself, why is October so much slower? And it has been for us, right? The business to consumer, B2C sales that have been the lifeblood of this company have really shrunk. Now our business to business sales have gone up, and that's to be expected because a lot of companies are thinking to themselves, what am I going to get my employees for Christmas, right? So it's very understandable that you would see more of those bulk orders come in while you see at the same time less of the consumer orders. But you may ask yourself, why does that happen? And I think personally, and I don't know, this is my guess, that the reason why October is slower from B2C perspective is that most people wait for Christmas. They're thinking to themselves, oh, that's really cool, I'm going to put it on my Christmas list, rather than just buying it like they would normally. And that's what makes it a little slower for us, I think. There's other reasons, and I'll get into that in a second, but in light of the whole captain metaphor and kind of that whole storyline, I actually want to put you guys in the captain's seat today. So I'm going to do my best and be as honest as I can be with you guys. I'm going to put you in the driver's seat. You are the I'm going to give you as much detail about what you're looking at in front of you, and I want to see what you guys would do if you were in the driver's seat. So here you are. in charge of a relatively small company going into a very potentially big Christmas season. Last year, your Christmas season constituted well over twice or three times what a normal month would look like. November and December, both respectively, looked almost three times as much as your previous months. October, on the other hand, is a really slow month. You only have a little bit of marketing money to spend, and up until this point, you've spent all of the budget on Instagram ads. Suddenly, Instagram over the last 3 or 4 months hasn't been very good for you. You've been able to build followers, but the organic reach and the effectiveness of the ads themselves seems to be declining. You're not getting as many sales as you'd like. That being said, the sales that do come in often use Instagram ads as the thing that led them to you. Now, the fact that that makes up 100% of your marketing budget isn't really indicative of whether it's a good marketing platform or not, because for the most part, of course, that's how they found you. So, you've got a new brand ambassador platform you've just launched. There's a couple of kinks you're still working out, and so that's going to be potentially take a little bit of time. Maybe by the next week it'll be working. Maybe it's going to take longer than that. You never really know with a third-party platform, and there's really no way to know that anyway, even if you didn't use a third-party platform. So you got a brand ambassador program that could potentially lead to sales if you can get your ambassadors excited, but how do you get people onto the platform, and how do you get them, actually making sales rather than just being on the platform? That's a very difficult question, and being able to come up with missions that actually motivate people to act and to do things, that's tricky. So now you've got your platform. You're working on diversifying your marketing a little bit. You've got potentially an ad going up in Rolling Stone in December, but that money you've already spent and you're not getting it back, and the ad's not going to really generate any revenue till the issue goes live in December. So there's a delay there. So what do? Do you pull money from Instagram, which could cause your sales to decline pretty significantly? But you're also not really getting that many sales in the first place, so maybe pulling the money wouldn't be that big of a deal. But then you have to ask yourself, if I pull the money, is that going to cause all of the sales to decline? And then you're in a really serious cash flow problem, because you have to pay the bills as the bills come due, and you have to have cash on hand to do that. So is that going to be the problem? Now, you can say, well, maybe I'll pull back on some of my Instagram ads, just the worst performers. But how do you know which is the worst performer? It's not always as clear-cut and dry as saying that, well, this ad seems to be getting the best cost per click. Maybe it's got a really good CPC because you're able to get people to click on it, but they don't actually buy once they arrive at your platform, once they arrive at your website. So being able to have a different kind of way of prospecting it. And for us, we've intentionally not tied ads to a specific conversion, because we've wanted all of our ads to go to our followers, to go to our profile on Instagram, so that we can help gain and build following. And then you have to ask yourself, is that really the best plan? Because even though gaining a following is really valuable, Instagram is changing their platform, so their organic reach is already not as effective. So now you got a problem where you're spending your money, but you don't know if you want to pull that money. And if you pulled that money, I don't know where I would spend it. Where would you spend it, right? Facebook advertisements might be a good option. They haven't really been very successful in the past for the company, but who knows? Maybe the dynamic is changing. You could spend it on one of the new platforms, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, but those are even harder to gauge as far as success goes, because while TikTok seems to be exploding in the world and is a very attractive offering, the audience on TikTok is very young for your particular type of product. And then the question is that going to work? Because if you've got all of the following in the world on TikTok, but they're not actually able to buy your product, that's not going to solve the problem. And if you spend more money on Pinterest, well, that may not solve the problem either, because Pinterest still is predominantly women. And historically, your product's been mostly purchased by men, not exclusively, of course. And there's been definitely a big important part of our portfolio has been women. But, so then you question yourself, is what is the right direction to go with this and to spend that marketing money? So what would you do? Shoot me a message via email. You can send it to our sales at murdycreative.co. You can comment on our YouTube videos. Tell me what you think would be the best decision to make kind of moving forward, right? Is there marketing platforms that we're not trying out that we should be? Is there ways to leverage things that you think might be better? I'm all ears. I'm happy to try anything. So I will try to keep you guys posted on what we end up doing. But here's the short, kind of going back to the core of it. October is a difficult month for almost every company out there. You got to spend the money in the front end during, September and October to be able to have inventory for your Christmas season, but then you never know how much to get or what's the right number or how to, even fund it sometimes. And then you get into October and sales slow like crazy because people are waiting for Christmas. When will that pick up? Nobody knows. How do you get people to buy even in the middle of the slow season? If you can answer that question, you're doing better than most. So that's the real reason why Red October is such a problem for a lot of small businesses. And it's something to keep in mind when you're looking at starting your next project, your next business, is do you want to start it around the time that it's already going to be slow, or do you want to kind of, pad the success, as it were, by starting sometime maybe in November when already things are going well for everybody? On the converse, do you want to plan on saving a little bit of money during the good seasons, particularly to save for the places like October and maybe in the summer for you, depending on how your seasonality is? Or do you want to have it ready to go and just maximize and push pedal to the metal and market especially heavily during the good seasons? It's all up to you, and frankly, it's a really complicated problem, and there's no good answer. So best of luck, and execute, execute, execute. That's always the answer, is just to keep on keeping on. There's no good answer to... Stopping is never a good answer. Just stop doing everything. That's not a good answer. So try to keep formulating and test things out. You never know what's going to work. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in next Tuesday, hopefully, to get the latest version of the podcast. And be sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified as soon as they come out. If you have any questions and concerns about your leather binder, please check us out. Please feel free to contact us, on our main page of our website at Murdy Creative Co. Or you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook. You can call, text, DM, email, all the usual things, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible, but we do appreciate your patience. If you think you deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community, and word of mouth is still the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends. If you haven't already, go check out our brand ambassador program. It is murdycreative.co/ambassador. It is a great way for you to help build the company. You can earn a little bit of money selling our products that you love already, and it's a really cool opportunity to kind of get involved even more in the company. We've got missions. It's all exciting, and there's a lot of cool stuff out there, so check that out. If you haven't already, followed us on Twitter and Snapchat, Murdy Creative Co, no dot, Murdy Creative Co, no dot. Snapchat and Twitter, we do a lot of cool behind-the-scenes stuff. I ask questions. Twitter's a great way to get a hold of me if you're looking to get a hold of me in a hurry. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I am always happy to engage with our growing community, and I want to give you guys what you want. If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, really any reason, ask about our bulk discounts available. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.